Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing another reading one-star reviews of books that I love video. This will be the third one of this little series or whatever. I always want to wear my glasses for these videos, but you literally just cannot see my eyes because of the glare from my window and my computer. So anyways, we'll just go with that. As you guys can see, I've added some decor to our bookshelf. We have this little plant that I got at Target for like $20, and then this little disco ball, which, where did I get that? Oh yeah, I got that at Hobby Lobby for like $5. It was so nice. Okay. So I picked out some nice books for this list. Some of them have been pretty popular in the past, so you guys might know some of these. Okay, so the first one, I put this one first because I actually just read this book, which is actually right here facing forward because I just read it and I actually loved it so much, by the way. That is such a good book. Anyways, so this is The Wedding People. So this book is more of like a literary fiction book. It follows one character as she studies all the people around her and all the relationships she's had in her life. So it really studies the human condition and human behavior through this one character. So this review says trigger warnings. So I like that they list trigger warnings for the book. Suicide, depression, infertility, infidelity. That's very nice. It says incoming and has a little emoji that's a very, very unpopular opinion. Okay, so it says, I found it painfully slow and boring. If I'm being honest, I only finished it because I bought it. Otherwise, it would have been a DNF. Did not finish very early on. I also skimmed the last 25% because I just needed to be done. I truly don't understand the hype and interest this book has generated. Okay, I personally have DNF'd books, but then you don't rate them because you didn't finish it. But okay, whatever. I've never been in the headspace of contemplating suicide, so I cannot speak from experience, but I thought it was the main character is very suicidal, also studies her condition as a suicidal person. Anyways, but I thought it was completely ludicrous and unrealistic for her to change her mind instantaneously after one casual conversation with the person she had just met. Absolutely nothing in this book made sense to me. It's difficult to reconcile that the same author wrote another book that this person likes. The writing is so drastically different. My suggestion to readers is to pick that one up instead, not this one. That's okay. I understand though, reading a book that you really like from an author and then going into another one of their books and not reading it and being or not liking it and being baffled because you loved their other book. But it sounds like this story just isn't for you. Okay, and then the other review says, I'm so sad, but this was a DNF for me. Okay, both of these reviews are DNF, so you don't even count in my book, honestly. The premise is so original. A woman going to a hotel to complete suicide is intercepted by the people. I loved her snarky commentary on the wedding guests, and it was so relatable that she made up names for them. Oh, this says, I'm not a smut reader, but this was not sexy. At this point, I'm 14% into the book and it's dark and not going anywhere and done hearing about people having sex. Sorry, it's a literary fiction book. I don't know what these people were expecting. I very much read about books and see what other people say about them a little bit before I read them. It sounds like both these people did just not do that. So anyways, our next book is Lights Out, which is a dark romance book. So very spicy. So it says, this book is the literal definition of stop making stupid people popular. I've never read anything so bad in my life. This social media obsessed author writes a 12-year-old girl's fan fiction made into rom-com that plagiarizes other well-known books. I personally don't know those books that you're talking about. It says, this book is not dark. There's not an iota of dark romance. What do you consider dark romance? I guess would be my question, because I think this book very much is. The other review says, "This is what happens when you give an empty college-ruled notebook to a bored 12-year-old who should be paying attention in class." Everyone's like criticizing this author so hard in these reviews. Like, they're not like, "I didn't like the book, here's why." They're like, "You're a bad writer," which is not the way to go about a book. Especially, I have authors that I just do not like any of their books. I don't like their writing style. I still don't criticize them. They're just not for me. Like, never criticize an author like that. That's like rude, honestly. Okay. The next one is Wild Love, which is a romance book that is also very spicy. This one says, "All of her, the author, biggest fans are going to hate me for this review, but how in the world did this get published? There's no chemistry, the characters are so bad, it feels like I'm missing pages due to holes in the plot or things that happen out of nowhere. This is my second chance for this author, and I went in thinking I was going to love this one based on some reviews I've seen, but again, it's a no for me. I was so bored." Yeah, so it sounds like this person just doesn't like this author. Like I was saying, they're just not for you. The other review says, "Where did this book go right? Honestly, nowhere. Maybe the first 10%, but after that it was so boring. Nothing about this book was enjoyable. Rosie, the main character, was so insufferable and cringe, and Ford, the other main character, was just so bland." I personally don't think so. I think they're both very well developed characters. Again, I think this person just didn't understand the author's writing style, because like I personally add that they're both very well developed characters. Okay, and this one, of course, everyone knows this is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, so this is the first book in that series. So the first one says, oh, and this one, by the way, it was so hard to find like some 1-star reviews actually. So it says, "I am yet in an utter confused state. How does this book have a 4+ rating on Goodreads? Did I somehow mistakenly read a different book? I need my brain cells replaced to those that I fried off from reading this. What even? There was nothing, let me stress, nothing that was good in the book, from characterization to plot. Everything was a mess. Not a single character was likable, not one. In that aspect, I want to praise the movie. It was actually much better than the anomaly of a book." Okay. "Thank God the movie did not take the same course as the book. It would have received so much hate, and rightfully so." So I've read the book and seen the movie, and I do agree the movie is done better, just because a lot of the times movies simplify plots that are too difficult, or take out some characters if there's like just a surplus of characters in a book or something. So movies can make things a lot more simple and everything, but I feel like because of how popular the movie was, having watched the movie first and then reading the book, I was like way more into the book. But I kind of understand what this one is saying, maybe. The other review says, "But in all seriousness, this book sucked. Though do keep in mind, I loathe romance books." Okay, then don't read romance books. So no hate to you if you enjoy romance. It personally makes me very uncomfortable. It says, "Laura Jean, the main character, is so stupid." Okay, if you don't like romance books, don't read romance books, especially not like ones that have like difficult tropes like this one. You're not gonna like understand what's going on. Okay. Anyways, the last book that I have on this list is a sports romance book, specifically baseball. The first review says, "I loved Chris's character," which is the main guy character, the baseball player. "I was really interested in his backstory with his brother and his relationship with his dad, and I wish this part of the book was a bigger deal, but I couldn't appreciate literally any emotional depth of this book because it was all a lie to Chris." So a lot of the criticism on this book is that the main character is like a liar. Why does she lie to him the whole time? Like, sorry, but that's the plot. Like, the point of the book is that there's like a social media, I read this book a while ago, but there's a social media thing. He's like a famous baseball player. He like reaches out to her, then they meet in real life, but she doesn't know that that's him. Like, that's the plot of the book. Like, she's not necessarily a liar. She just doesn't tell the truth, and that's the plot of the book. Like, her character, she's not like a pathological liar or something. But okay. It says, I literally ended up flipping through towards the end to see when she finally told him. So, like, you didn't read the book, or what? I don't know. The other review says, the only good thing about this book is that I was the first person, oh my gosh, this review is so funny, that's why I put it in here, is that I was the first person to check it out at the library, so it was brand new, never been opened, crispy paperback, all the words inside were stupid though. Like, okay. Are you okay? So yeah, that's funny. That's like not a review about the book, but okay. That's the books that I put on this list today. Let me know what you guys think. I really like these little videos. For me, this is honestly like very fun to read other people's reviews, especially bad reviews of books that I have read and books that I like. And I would like to do another one of these. I thought this was so fun. But anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.